Welcome to the unit entitled Introduction to Learning Disability. This unit provides useful background for anyone supporting people with learning disabilities. In the past, it was an enormous disadvantage to have a learning disability, but times have changed. There have been improvements in the way we provide support for vulnerable people, and we're now better able to understand and support those with a learning disability. The term learning disability itself is a label which is convenient for certain purposes, but it's very important to remember that individuals with learning disabilities are, first and foremost, people, like you and me. The term learning disability can mean different things to different people. Click the More button to find out how the Department for Work and Pensions describes it. Let's look at the values by reading the case study again. You'll see small question mark buttons at various points in the dialogue. Hover over each of them in turn and think about what has happened. Click the More button to begin. There are different models of disability, and your organisation should be supporting the social model. Let's look at some key features of each. Click the pictures below in turn. Which of the following are accurate statements? Click True or False for each statement, and then check your answers. Needs can be communicated in different ways. How you hear can depend on tone of voice, facial expression, and body language, as well as the words used. Some people find it hard to communicate verbally, but there are many other ways to get your message across. Let's look at some. We all communicate through our body language, whether we realise it or not. Look at the examples shown here and see if you can match the feeling to what the body language is saying. Click and drag each of the words below to the line under the correct picture. When you've finished, click Check to see if you're right. You must know and understand your organisation's fire policy and procedures. There will also be fire instructions specifically for your building, and you'll be told what they are very early on. All your organisation's buildings should have comprehensive fire precaution and safety measures, but knowing some simple facts can make injury and damage less likely. As a care worker, it's your responsibility to be alert to the signs and symptoms of abuse and neglect. It may be one dramatic incident or a number of smaller events or observations. Even if you only suspect something, you must report it. You'll see an example of a reporting form in a moment. Let's look at an Abuse Alert Record form and see what needs to be written. Click and drag this button to scroll through the form. When you've finished reading it, click Next to move on to the next screen. You can download and print off a blank copy of the form if you wish by clicking on the Checklist button.